So now, what should we actually be doing in our room list? When we click one of these things, where are they? Here, we've got this room link thing here. And it has an ahref that goes to nothing, just slash, and it has an on click that calls load room. What could it do instead now? How did I switch rooms a minute ago? Yeah, push the URL in history. Or these are already links, right? And I do want to change it by clicking these. So I don't have to use the history API. I can just use a link. So let's do that. Import, do you want NavLink or NavLink seems good here. It'd be good to indicate which room you're in. So let's import NavLink from React Router DOM. So instead of ahref, we'll do link to so make your closing tag match. It's actually NavLink, not link. Oops. NavLink. And instead of slash, it's slash rooms slash that room there, right? Room.name. So now these are just links. We don't need to call, we don't need an on click. We just changed the URL and we know that will actually change the room. Understand that? Make sense? So we don't need handle click. We don't need load room to even be passed in as a prop anymore. We just need the room itself because all we're doing is linking to it by having a link that goes to slash rooms slash the name of the room. Does that work? Yep. Look at that. Just like magic. So we're not using that prop. So in room list, when we call room link, we no longer need to pass in load room, which means we don't even need the load room prop inside room list. So in sidebar, when we call room list, we don't even need to pass in load room anymore. Which means in main, when we render the sidebar, we don't need load room anymore. All we're doing is changing the URL. Load room is only called from within main itself when the component first mounts or when it receives new props. Still works just as well. Now I have these active links on these, but they're not actually styled any differently. Let's have a look at this. You'll see there is an active class on there, right? So we could do something with that. Now for that we need actual CSS. I don't think we can use Aphrodite for that. So we still have this room list class. So in room list, or heck, even inside room link, let's just make a room link.css, or we could just put an app CSS. We've already got one. Easy enough. So dot room list space a dot active. So a link with a class of active that is inside room list. We'll style it the same way that we style these when they're hovered. So background color is this. So it's not JavaScript anymore, so I put dashes, and I don't need quotes. And I do need semicolons. Let's see about that. Yep, now whichever one I'm currently in gets highlighted. Cool. Use NavLink to change rooms. Understand? And does this seem better to you than the old way? It does to me. It's a little more declarative, and it means I can go to a specific room, refresh the page, and I go straight to that room again, because now I'm going to the URL for that room directly. So now you can actually link to specific rooms.